Hi, Jenny and Rana.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Good, good. I've just been reading the Cast On magazine and saw your lovely sweater in there.
Oh, which issue? The latest one?
This month, the one with your colour block sweater in it.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. I know the magazine came out a while ago, but I was just a bit late reading it.
No, I understand.
Frank, are you home?
Yes, I'm home. I just didn't get the library set up where I usually do this.
I was going to say you're in a different place than you usually are.
Yes, I'm home. I'm just in my living room.
I like your elephant.
Thank you. Yes. We support wildlife and preservation of elephants in particular. And my daughters gave my husband a gift one Christmas that included that elephant, and also subscribed to adopt an elephant in his name. So some period of time, an elephant is being cared for in Andrew's name.
My brother and his wife went on a safari and they did the same thing. So needless to say, they've got elephants in different places in the house.
I see. Yes.
Where is everybody?
I don't know. It's summertime. Maybe everybody's on vacation.
That'll do it.
Is the weather good out there at the moment?
It is gorgeous. I just got back from a 1-mile walk myself, and it's about 65 degrees, perfect weather for walking, and clear, sunny, lovely day.
It's about 82 in Southern California.
That's a bit warmer.
Not bad though. It's nice.
Yeah.
I don't like it when it gets too hot for walking, though. It's just uncomfortable, isn't it?
That's right.
Yeah. How's your weather, Jenny?
We had last few days, we had some really hot weather. It's just cooled down again today. It's quite windy actually today. So it's down at, oh, I don't know what the conversion is. We're down at 14 degrees. So I don't know what that is in your temperatures.
What was it when it was really hot? I will do a conversion.
So we got up to 26, 27, somewhere around there.
Uh, 79 degrees Fahrenheit.
29, okay.
Yeah.
That's nice.
That's hot for the UK.
That's what I thought. I wondered how hot was, but I didn't think it was 100.
No, no. No.
Much of the
We
US
don't have
has
any air conditioning here.
What's that?
We don't have, most of the houses here don't have air conditioning, so that's quite hot for us.
Yes, I understand. A lot of us in San Francisco don't have air conditioning, and when we have those few days that go up to 90, we swelter.
Yeah. I missed last week because I was away in Barcelona last week.
Oh, how nice.
Yeah. Yes. So my husband and son rode out on their motorbikes to Barcelona. So they spent a week riding through Spain. And then myself and daughter-in-law flew out to join them for a long weekend. So we went Friday and came back Monday, and then the boys rode back, and they got back yesterday night. So they had a good ride back on the bikes.
And they ride, what's it called? The channel? Is that what it's called?
You know, they don't go on the channel. They took the ferry
Oh, I
from,
see. There's a ferry, of
yeah,
course.
from Plymouth to Santander. So the channel goes to sort of northernish France. So if they did that, they'd have to take another 2 or 3 days to drive down through France before they could get to Spain to go across to Barcelona. So it adds quite a long time and a long distance.
And how long were you in Barcelona with them?
So I got there on the Friday evening and came back on the Monday. So we had Saturday and Sunday, 2 full days in Barcelona, which was lovely.
I've never been, but it's one of the places I'd like to visit sometime.
It has a really nice vibe to it. When you came and did your cruise, Frank, did you do the Northern Lights cruise when you came over?
We didn't take a cruise across the Atlantic. Is that what you're saying? We've
No,
done
you
cruise in,
flew over, didn't you?
I'm sorry?
You flew over and had a cruise over in Europe,
Yes,
did you?
yes. A couple of times we have had cruises that started in Copenhagen, and once it went all over the Baltic Sea to Leningrad, and or it's not called that anymore. Is it?
No.
What's it called?
I know what you mean, though.
My brain just doesn't work some days. St. Petersburg.
Yes, up the Danube.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
And another time we took a cruise up the coast of Norway from the southernmost part to the northernmost part. And it was very cold and snowy. We've done a lot of cruising around the area. We did another cruise that went to Scotland and Ireland, and we fell in love with Ireland that time.
Yes. It's very beautiful, and if you don't like the weather, wait 10 minutes and you'll get some other weather.
Yeah. Sounds like us in San Francisco.
All right.
I guess we've done lots of cruises.
I've done a couple, but the Norway is one I want to do. I haven't done that, and I've heard that's lovely.
It is. It's just beautiful.
Yeah. We were supposed to be going on holiday this year to Moscow and St. Petersburg, but understandably that's not happening.
Yeah. Don't think I'd be going to Russia this time.
No.
Our cruise stopped in St. Petersburg for 3 days. And the middle day, we took an excursion to Moscow. So that we flew to Moscow in the morning and then had several hours of touring and seeing different sites, and then flew back.
Oh, wow.
All in one day. So we didn't spend the night in Moscow.
No.
Looks like Denise is here.
Yes.
Hello,
I'm
Denise.
today.
Can't see you. Can you hear us?
Yeah, you can't see me.
Oh, we can't see you.
Okay. Oh, that's better.
There you are.
Yes.
I'm starting my Phrancko.
Oh, you're very out of focus for some reason.
Here I am. Hold on, let me fix that up. There's something weird going on here.
It may
That's it.
partially be the
Got it.
bright light behind you is making it hard to see you.
Oh, but I'm starting my Phrancko.
Oh, good. Yes, I can see that
Yes.
now.
Yeah. So
And
I
so,
thought I'd start it today, so if I have any trouble.
yes, if you don't understand how to do something, you're right here to ask.
Yeah. Yes.
Though in some cases, I may direct you to a video.
My husband and I love cruises too. But we're not
Where have you
allowed them
been?
at the moment. Hey, we've been to
You're
New
not
Zealand.
allowed them. Oh,
Not
wow.
at the moment. Not since COVID. They haven't brought cruises back in Australia.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. But
Can
with the
people from
change of
outside
government,
Australia, can people from outside Australia visit, or are we not allowed to visit you yet?
oh, we are. I think we're open to the world now, apart from Russia.
Yes.
But you know, that's a sad story. Because my son-in-law is Russian, and they were trying to get his mum here,
Oh, no.
and of course that's been stopped. Yeah.
Oh,
And
dear.
very restrictive because she's not allowed to say anything. It's very, yeah,
Negative.
it's
Yeah.
against the
Yeah.
law for them to say anything against Putin
Wow.
on the social media or anything. So it's very, and she still hasn't met her grandson. So it's a very, yeah,
Oh,
it's just a mess. That's lovely
yes.
colours there.
You feel for the ordinary people, don't you? Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. I like those colours, Jenny, of your
On the
lily, and I like the, yeah, it's beautiful.
yeah. So this is a Phrancko. So that this is I'll get to the end of the row and show you. I'm doing one in lace weight. I don't know why I'm that mad, but I'll get to the end of the row. Got quite a way down. I've split the sleeves off, and I'm on the body part now. So
All right. Well, that's right. You weren't here last week, so you've had
no.
a couple of weeks to work on it, I guess.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, then Denise, was last week your first week? So
Yes, it was.
you haven't met
Yes.
Jenny before. Jenny, this is Denise.
Hi, Jenny.
Denise came for the first time last week, and she's, as she just mentioned, she's in Australia.
Fabulous.
Yes. With winter.
Is it cold?
Yeah, it is today. Yeah. I think it's here it's probably about 4, which I should look it up and find out how much it is in normal, because I know we don't.
No, you're normal. We're the odd ones.
Oh,
That's 4 degrees Celsius, right?
yes.
And so that is 39 degrees.
Ah,
For us, 32 is freezing. For you, 0 is freezing. That's why yours is the
Yes.
normal one.
All right. I'm Celsius as well, so I understand you, Janice. I get where you are.
Uh-uh.
Yeah. What time is it of the day, Denise? What time is it over there?
7:45 in the morning.
Oh wow. Okay. So over here it's 11:15 at night here.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I do a night shift and then I just come home and hop on.
So are you behind us or are you ahead of us? Is it?
Yes, what date
It's-
is it?
It's
Yeah.
Sunday.
You're on
Oh.
Sunday, yes.
Yeah, we're on
We're-
Sunday.
We're Saturday.
Yeah, I'm on Saturday still. Yes.
It's 2:30 in the afternoon. Well, actually 2:45 now in San Francisco in the afternoon.
Oh, no, it's Sunday here. So
Can you imagine we're sitting in different parts of the world, just having a conversation like we were all sitting in a circle somewhere?
I know.
I never would have dreamed this would happen in my lifetime.
No. And we usually have Judith, who's Canadian, don't we?
That's right.
Yes. Yeah.
Hope she's okay.
And then occasionally, is she from Turkey? The other lady that comes on occasion, is it Turkey?
Inbal
Oh,
was from Israel.
Israel. That's it. Israel. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Rano, what are you working on?
I'm working on a shawl that is, the entire thing is short rows.
Oh,
Oh,
And
That's
it has colorful petals throughout that are coming up from the bottom of different lengths and different shapes. So not only the petals are easy, and there's 52 of them. And the background has short rows too, but it's solid where the petals are multicolored and stuff. Very interesting,
oh, very nice.
but a lot of counting. You have to pay attention.
Yes. Sounds like it.
And is it lace as well, or is it all stockinette or garter?
It's all garter.
Garter.
And I'm using the German short rows, which are wonderful.
They are, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I used in the shawl that I published last year.
Mhm.
Are you still doing your Black Lives Matter sweater, Frank?
Oh, no, I finished it and I showed it off last week.
Oh, wow.
But since you didn't see it, I will go get it. I started a new sweater this week. I'll be right back.
Okay. Is this your first Phrancko, Denise? Your first go to Phrancko sweater?
yes, it is. Yeah.
The beginning bit is the hardest bit. Once you get past the beginning bit, then it gets easier.
That's right. Definitely the case. Okay, here it is.
Oh, wow.
The front of the sweater.
Yeah. Lovely.
And here is the back.
Oh, now that's come out gorgeous. That really
Didn't
has.
it? Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, I bet you're chuffed to bits with that.
I'm very thrilled with it. I am. I fell in love with Intarsia doing this, and I'm going to
Yeah.
have to do some sweaters to publish using Intarsia.
Okay.
I was intrigued with it by that sweater I did before, with the large blocks of color. I call it the pied in the round sweater. And it was big blocks of color. So it was very simple as far as Intarsia goes. This turns out to be quite a bit more complex and is going to require more videos.
Yes, 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 because you had to explain about how you work out where to start the individual balls of wool and where some bits cross over, don't they? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is my cardigan that I'm knitting.
Oh,
So
let me spotlight you so we can see it better.
I was trying to get the color. It's
Wow.
Oh my.
so it's coming along nicely. Yeah. So
Look
it's
at that.
Oh, that's
a-
going to be fantastic.
very, very lightweight. So it's lace weight
Uh-huh.
on what am I on? 3.5mm needles. So I wanted something really, really light to go over the top
Uh-huh.
of when you
Yeah.
just need a little bit of warmth. So I'm really pleased it's coming along well. And I finished Momo that I was knitting.
Oh,
Oh, oh
Oh,
my gosh.
So
That
here's
is so
Momo.
cute.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, wow.
that's wonderful.
And he's got a really long tail.
Oh, look at that.
That is choice.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So he's going down to my niece. So I've got to put him in the post to my niece now. So
Oh,
yeah.
she will love it.
Oh,
Yeah.
what are those wings under his arms? What is that?
There
Wings?
was- yes.
I
Yeah.
see.
Oh, that is
And
so
I don't know
cute.
whether you can see, he's got little tufts in his ears. So little tufts in his ears.
I see. Yes.
Yeah.
The eyes are great.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So and his legs are jointed, so he can either stand up or
Really?
you can put him down. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
So yeah. So it was crochet, and I'm a lot slower. I'm not as good as crochet, but I'm pleased with how he's come out. So
Well, you should be. That is so cute.
I love his belly.
yes.
Oh, so cute. Your lace, Phrancko, looks great with the light you have on your right, Jenny. When
Yes.
you hold it up, it shines
Shines
right
all- you
through. Yeah, so we can really see it well.
Yeah.
You can see how. Yeah. Oh, that's upside down, isn't it? Yeah. Can't even get my jumper the right way up. Yeah. So yeah, that's the right way around. Yes. So yeah,
So
So it's-
pretty.
coming along well. Yeah. My only worry is because it is so sort of very lacy and is whether I will snag it when I wear it. It's going to be so easy to catch it on something.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
So
What is
I'll
your
just have-
fiber content?
That's a very good question. Let me see if I can find out.
And it's lace, not fingering, right?
Yes, lace. Yeah.
Wow. And you're using a 4 needle.
I think it's a three. Is it 3.5mm? Does it say on there? Should say on my needle
Yeah.
somewhere.
That's a 4 here.
Oh, was it?
That's-
Oh, okay.
Good for-
Ah, right. Okay. Oh yeah, it says on there US4. Yeah. Let me just see if I can find out. What yarn is.
Because it's so open, was it hard to get the gauge?
No, I just have to be mindful when I knit that I don't accidentally pull too hard and tighten the gauge up.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So it's
Is it just stockinette or are you doing a lace stitch of some sort?
no, just stockinette.
Just
Yeah.
stockinette, and it's making that lacy look because it's
Yeah.
fingering weight on US4s. Wow.
It's lace weight on US4s, yes, to
Yeah,
get it all
I
out.
meant lace weight. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's blue face, Leicester, and silk.
Oh, that's good. It'll have a lot of body to the thread itself.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah, it looks great.
Which style are you doing?
It's a V-neck.
Ah,
Did you
Perfect.
say you're turning it into a cardigan?
Yes.
Uh-huh. I'm doing a shawl collar on my next sweater, and I'm starting with the V-neck pattern. And then I'll stop before the neck gets too closed.
perfect. That'll be
It'll be
really
lovely.
interesting to see. I love shawl collars.
You were doing a lot of experimenting, weren't you, with different widths and
Yes.
yeah.
And I had to make a decision once I started the sweater. I had previously decided that you know, the V-neck pattern calls for increases every other row to make the angle of the V.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I thought, well, it needs to be deeper than that. The sample I did was too close to the neck. Though it made an interesting collar, but it wasn't a traditional shawl collar. So then I started a sample doing it every fourth row and thought that was going to be too deep. I didn't finish the sample. And then I thought, well, for the sweater, I'll do it every third row. Well, I got about 6 rows into that, and I got so confused as to whether I was on a purl row, I mean, increased row, not an increased row, because some of them were on the purl side and some were on the knit side, and oh, it was just a mess. And so I gave up. If this is that hard for me, I can't possibly put it in a pattern and expect people to be able to follow it. So I've gone back to the idea of doing it every fourth row, which is much
Right.
easier. And we'll just make it work.
I like that. Make it work.
Yeah, I like that too. I will make it work.
So I'll show you what I've got so far.
Oh, good. Ooh,
Oh, wow.
Let's see.
Ooh, it's a nice color.
Here's the,
beautiful color. Wow, you're moving right along.
yeah,
Isn't that
it's been
pretty,
working
Pat?
up pretty fast. And the pattern is a herringbone pattern.
Gorgeous. Oh,
Oh,
that's rich.
Yeah, it
that's
is.
nice. Yeah.
I guess it goes
Now,
like,
will the collar itself be plain?
the collar is going to be 1x1 ribbing, but it's going to be a deep green.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
that's right. You showed the green last week.
That's right.
Yes.
I don't
Oh,
have
that's gorgeous.
that. Yeah, I'm really pleased with how the herringbone is turning out.
Mhm.
I did a lot of experimenting with swatches to get the stitch right and to figure out how to do it in the round. It started with a pattern that Barbara Walker published in one of her volumes. But the instructions were for knitting it flat. And when I
Oh.
tried to convert those to knitted in the round, it was just impossible. I couldn't figure out why the 7-stitch repeat didn't just work if you did a number of stitches that was divisible by 7. And I finally figured it out, that every other row is purled when knitting it flat, but the 2 other rows have increases that look like they're above each other, but they're actually staggered one off. So the increases go back and forth, and the decreases go back and forth from row 2 to row 4. And that made the ability to combine the rows, where the round came around, did you end up with an increase or do you end with a decrease? And then you switch to the purling, or which in the round was just a row of knitting. It just got very complicated. So I found out if I used a different kind of increase than the pattern called for, that it called for a lifted increase. And the only way to keep track of where you are in the pattern is to put a stitch marker for every repeat of the pattern. So if you see, I've got these round stitch markers, and they're every 7 stitches. This is a sleeve marker. I use a different style for that.
Yeah, markers are wonderful. They really make it easy.
And so I tried that with a swatch, and I found out the markers kept moving, and some of them got closer together and some of them got farther apart. And then I finally figured out that there was one place I can put the marker that it doesn't move, and that's in the middle of the lifted increase. So I changed it from a lifted increase to a make one. So now I can do it. Now it's turned out to be a simple pattern. I make 1, I knit 3, I knit 2 together, and knit 2. Then I make 1, knit 3, and so forth. And the stitch marker has the increase either before it or after it, depending on whether you're on the 2nd row or the 4th row of the pattern.
Wonderful. Well, the end result is terrific.
Yeah,
It's so smart looking.
I think I'm going to really like it.
Yeah.
It's interesting you're doing the herringbone, because I was reading the TKGA magazine and they had an article on herringbone, didn't they? 5 different herringbone stitches in there.
No, really?
Yes.
I wish I had known that. It probably would have saved me a lot of experiment. Oh, I'm going to have to go look it up. I'm not going to change now because I figured it all out, but that would be very interesting. Now, I had no idea that herringbone patterns could be done so many different ways. I invented 2 or 3 ways myself, and then came up with the way to do the original one, essentially by changing the type of increase.
No, I like you, I had no idea that you could do it so many different ways. So there's 5 different ways, and then following that is a pattern for a cushion, showcasing a herringbone stitch in it, which is lovely, really nice.
We haven't seen Ron in a while.
No, I was thinking the same thing.
I hope he's okay. COVID is going around so much,
Oh,
Yeah, I heard that.
but it's usually not very serious cases anymore.
Uh-huh.
Fewer people are going to the hospital and fewer people are dying from it. My daughter had it. She was sick for about 3 days in bed. And that seems to be typical of what a lot of people are doing.
Mhm.
I think now most people have had all the 3 jabs, haven't they? And some people are
Yeah.
even on their 4th booster, aren't they?
Yes, I've had all of that. 2 vaccinations and 2 boosters.
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Okay. They've only just started rolling out the 2nd booster here. So we've all had the 2 jabs and the 1 booster, and they've only just started rolling out the 2nd booster. And again, it's in age related brackets. So it's the over 80s at the moment.
Oh, yeah, they did all that here.
Yeah.
But now they just finally approved vaccinations for children under 5 for the first time.
Mhm.
Oh,
Oh, that's good.
Hi, Ron. How are you?
Oh, I'm fine.
He must have heard us.
Yeah.
What did I hear?
Your
Heard
ears
us
were,
saying, wonder where Ron is. I hope he's okay. We haven't seen him for a while.
I was all set to join you from the shop today, and then the power went out.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
no.
oh,
I'm at home, resting on my futon with my dog.
Oh, how nice. The power
Yeah.
went, made the power go out.
Probably because it's 104 degrees
Oh,
that'll do it.
or 41 for our Celsius fans. It's awful. But yeah, I've been getting my show up. It just opened yesterday, so now
Oh,
my
wow.
and to get back to normal.
oh, good.
Yes,
How did it go?
very very well received. So people seem to really enjoy it. I hope that keeps up.
Good.
But my work is basically done there, except for pushing the buttons on the light board. I had to be my own.
So
my
you
own
still have to
board
be there for every performance and
Yeah, I wound up being my own light and sound board operator.
I see. And
But
didn't you say you had to make something like a table that collapsed or something?
yeah, a 5-foot tall platform that collapses. It's yeah, it was a feat of engineering, considering I'm not near. Yeah, everything collapses. The walls of the set fall down. Things fall walls before then. We have a door onto the set that has to A, get stuck locked, B, operate normally, and C, be easy to pull right off the hinges.
Wow.
Gosh.
So figuring out that, like, it's complicated, and it's a little space. It's a little black box, a 99-seat theater that we had to cram all this stuff into. So it was a challenge, and I'm relieved it's over. I feel like I can finally completely exhale, and
Well, congratulations.
thank you. Get back to my yarn.
Yeah, I think you said the play was about a play where everything goes wrong.
Yes, it's literally called The Play That Goes Wrong.
I see.
Perfect name.
Yeah.
How long will it run?
It will be 3 weeks now. We had to delay by a week due to a COVID outbreak.
Oh,
Mhm.
Yeah, that was unfortunate, but it gave us a little extra time to just perfect everything and put more finishing touches on things. It's gratifying because when people come in, like when patrons came in for the first time, because you enter through the set the way the theater is arranged.
Oh,
You come through the set, and then it's a 3/4 arena with seating around 3 sides of the stage.
Oh,
And seeing people's reaction to the set, because we spent enough time on it to make it look very, very nice. And you can hear the oohs and ahs as people are impressed by like we wallpapered and put up like marbling and
Wow.
and then over the course of an hour and a half, the entire thing collapses and it looks like it's never going to get back to that state again.
My gosh.
I mean, it's a wreck when we're done with it. There's
sounds like so much fun.
it's a lot of fun. A lot of work as well, but people are responding to it. So I had to wear a lot of hats over the course of this. I directed it, I engineered all the things, I did much of the building, I did the scenic design, and then the decor stuff, the sound design, the lighting design, dialect coaching. That was all me.
You've got to be exhausted. Sounds like the theater is intimate.
It is, yeah. There are quite a few small venue theaters in town. There's, I think, there's like a 200-seat dinner theater here, which draws a certain type of crowd. And there's a sort of old-timey vaudeville style melodrama, which I think it's a 200-seat house. And then there's Bakersfield Community Theater, which is the longest running, continuously operating community theater west of the Rockies, I believe.
Wow.
They're on their 90-something season. And then there's a 99-seat proscenium house, meaning it's arranged like a traditional theater. It's got just a few seats, 99-seat house, but it's a traditional stage that you like sit in the front and watch. And then the space that I'm doing this show in is a 99-seat 3/4 arena. So for as much as Bakersfield has a reputation for being, I don't know, backward or whatever, or small, I guess it's a small town if you live in California, but it's 500,000 people, you know.
Wow.
It's got a thriving arts and theater scene.
Well, that sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's something people do not really expect or know. Many Californians think Bakersfield is like a bus stop and a horse,
Mhm.
maybe a post office.
Yeah. Do you live far from Suzanne?
I live outside of town on about 7.5 acres. My family collectively on our little compound out here. Frank has visited.
Yes.
Frank got treated to our compound hospitality once after
Pretty awesome. Yes.
we like to entertain. She lives in the center of Bakersfield, so there's probably 12 miles separating us, because I'm about 7 miles south of like what you would consider in Bakersfield.
Mhm.
How's everyone else?
Has she
I missed
moved?
the whole meeting just to
Yeah. Has Suzanne moved? Was thinking of moving or about to move or?
Oh, I don't know. I hadn't heard anything about that.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know. I've been pretty much in my own little corner over here. What was that?
Wasn't she visiting a daughter that's closer to the ocean, cooler?
no, she was
I-
talking about moving to Tennessee Tennessee, I think it was.
Oh,
Yeah, I
I
think it's really
that.
relocating.
Yeah, that's where some of her family was, I think.
so
Yeah,
you're
I know.
on, aren't you?
Say again?
You're suffering from the heat.
Yes, that's one way to put it. I wish I could stay hydrated. It's just like I've never been thirstier in my entire life. But part of that is because I'm on 3 separate diuretics.
Mm,
Sure.
And 3, you might say to yourself, isn't 1 enough? No, apparently not. To try and get my control. It's been recalcitrant to say the least. So I'm just always thirsty. And when it gets this hot, it becomes very difficult to manage.
mhm.
So that's why I sleep on this Japanese style futon now, just like directly on my concrete floor with a fan on me to try and stay cool.
Right. Have you ever seen those cooling towels that you get wet and you
Oh
hang it?
yes.
Sometimes when it's that hot, they can be helpful.
Yeah, we use those sometimes when we have to, like when we're working in our shop, like there's a workshop attached to my house that we build a lot of things and those help a lot. Or when we're dyeing yarn in the summer, which is okay because you're splashing water on yourself a lot, but also it's 104 degrees and you're standing next to a giant propane burner.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Yep.
What's the propane burner doing?
Heating up the water to dye
Oh,
the
heating
yarn.
up the dye.
Yes.
I see.
So that's always fun. But yeah, I don't know. It's been like this for my entire life here. And somehow it always surprises me. It's just like, how do we live like this? I don't know how we live like this. But I'm glad I got to see. Yeah, oh, go ahead.
Do you get many power outages where you are?
I don't know. What's your threshold for many? I think this is
One a
actually the
year?
first. I think this is the first time in 4 years of running the shop that we've had an unexpected power outage. But it does happen sporadically around town, particularly when it gets this warm and just the grid can't keep up with everyone turning on their AC all at once.
Yeah, we're going to
and,
be
you know,
seeing more of that.
Yeah, as it gets hotter and hotter every year, for no real reason that we can't do anything about, it gets worse. So, but this is the first time I've ever had like my work impacted by having a power outage. Yeah. Did I miss anything good today? Did you guys show off lots of cool stuff? Or are you just
Yes.
having a nice relaxed chat? It looks like there's
Yeah.
not so many of us today.
Jenny showed this beautiful thing she's working on. Would you like to show us?
Yeah.
Yeah, show it again.
Yeah.
It's
So
a
it is a-
Phrancko sweater with lace weight yarn.
Oh,
So this is where I'm at.
wow.
So it's almost see-through, but yeah,
Yeah, very delicate.
yeah. So
And
then she also showed the what's it called? A What's
Momo.
Momo.
Yeah.
Momo's all done. You were doing the sewing up last time, right?
Yeah.
Cute. Look,
Yeah.
Ziggy, it looks just like you.
Yeah.
Ziggy's not interested.
So here we are.
Cute.
Yeah. So he's got to go in the mail to my niece. So
And Ron, you weren't here last week to meet Denise, who is
Oh.
here from Australia.
I've heard of it. Hello,
And
Denise.
Denise is starting
Ron.
her first Phrancko sweater.
Yes, I'm about to join the neckline. So
Oh, that's fantastic. And you made your way right to the meetups,
Yes, I hope so.
which is fantastic. I hope you've had a good time with everyone.
I have.
Good. It's a great group. I've been sad having to miss so much lately, but now that my show is done, I hope I can get back to my regular schedule.
Well, good. I'm glad you're here.
Yeah. A little irritating not to be finishing my work day, but oh well, I can use the rest.
Yes, you have been missed.
I have a big personality.
And we love it.
Well, thank you. I am working up a sample of a new yarn we got. I can show you. So we have a cotton called Cumulus that's a worsted weight Israeli cotton. I'm a local yarn shop owner, Denise, in case you wonder what I was talking.
I've seen a few of the back ones. I've seen
great.
a few old ones. So I know that you're from Twisted Skeins.
That's me.
That's you.
So we
Ooh,
Wow.
it's a yarn that's been very, very popular since the day we opened. It's one of just a very small list of yarns that we have carried since day one because they've been very popular. It is legitimately the softest cotton that I have ever felt. And they've just started making it in a bulky weight version.
Oh,
But it's very light. The colors are very nice, and it just makes such a nice, soft, squishy fabric. I'm crocheting this sample just for speed.
looks great.
But it's just like the
Beautiful.
colors are nice. So Tim did the knitted sample for the shop, and he loved working with it so much that he is planning on making himself a Phrancko out of it.
Oh,
That's going to be his next task, because he's been sort of forever on the verge of doing one for himself. And I think knitting up this sample of this yarn finally got him to like, yep, that's the yarn I want to use. Because I mean, it is bulky, it does work up very fast, but it's a very light cotton. Like it's I don't know how to describe it, but it's a very unique, special yarn. And so I'm enjoying working with it as well. That's what I'm up to.
does it only come in worsted weight?
It comes in a worsted and a bulky.
Ah,
I have heard.
how can that be light? I would think that that would be heavy, it being cotton.
It is, like, if it were wet, it would be heavy, but I don't know. Let's see. If you look at the structure of the yarn itself,
Oh, yeah.
can you see that well?
Oh, yeah.
Is it
Quite well. That's great.
It's a
is it
very
a chain?
yes, it is well spotted. It's a chainette. It's not twisted together except for in the very, very slightest degree.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
And they add strength to it with just like 4% nylon.
Oh,
What's it called, Ron?
The worsted weight version is called Cumulus, and the new bulky weight version is called Nimbus, and they are by Juniper Moon Farms.
Ah, okay.
Nice.
Colors
Really,
are
really
beautiful.
lovely stuff. Lovely. So I try and keep up to date on the
Is this
new
a
interesting
going to
yarn
keep-
products and share when I can. Just think the things that excite me personally.
is this a yarn you're going to carry, Ron?
Yes. Yeah.
thetwistedskein.com. You can get it there.
You can. And if
I
you ever
don't
have
mind
any
giving you a plug, Ron. You've certainly plugged me. Goes further enough.
Good. No, I appreciate it. One hand washes the other,
That's right.
or one swatch blocks the other. Oh,
Does any of it come in solid color?
it does. Yeah, it comes in
Oh,
solids and prints. And the worsted weight version comes in long 1-to-1 color gradients, just like a long ombre color change.
Oh,
Lovely.
And do you dispatch overseas?
I can, yes. Shipping can be a bit prohibitive, but I can.
what do you mean by that? Shipping can be prohibited. Why is that?
Prohibitive, expensive.
Yeah.
Prohibitive,
Because
expensive. It's
Expense.
very, very costly.
it's heavy or why?
No, shipping anything.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Shipping has become a problem for everybody everywhere.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's very like, it's easy, of course, for me to get stuff to Canada and Mexico. But
To England, Australia.
yeah, the rest. As much as I would love to serve like the Commonwealth countries.
Yes.
Just
And
Canada.
I was going to say, over here, the cost of petrol and diesel and it's mad.
Oh yeah. I often hear from Australian knitters and crocheters that they've been more heavily impacted, and New Zealanders as well, more heavily impacted by the rising costs of materials for knitting and crochet products that aren't directly domestic wool.
Yes. Yeah, we are.
So, you know, a strange reversal from the rest of us. You may find yourselves with wool yarn being a more economic option than acrylic.
No, it's the reverse here.
Is it?
Yeah. It's a bit mad at the moment over in Australia.
You know, there's a lot of that going around.
It is actually.
Well, I'm very, very pleased to meet you. Sorry to dominate the last end of the meeting, but I missed coming, so I wanted to hurry home so I could get to my meeting.
We are happy that you're back.
Just like 10 minutes before the meeting, the power goes, brrr, and my first thought is, I'm gonna miss my meeting.
Unfortunately, a lot of people have been missing lately. I think it's the summer months and people are traveling and stuff.
Yeah, maybe.
I am going to be traveling next week, but I will try to be here, and I may only be here for half the meeting, but we'll see how it works out.
We always have a good time anyhow.
Yes.
Yes, I love it.
Where are you headed?
I'm going to Maui for July 4th weekend.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's an exciting trip. I'm going to do a helicopter ride one day, and I'm going to hike to a waterfall or several waterfalls on a guided tour, hiking
Wow.
tour.
Oh,
I have
that'll
a
be-
hard time hiking to the shower some days.
Well, actually, I am hiking every day now to try to build myself up so I won't be lagging too far behind.
I was meant to be in Chicago this week for H&H, but my sister got ill
Oh,
and we had to cancel our trip. She's well now.
oh,
She
good.
was hospitalized for a few days and is still
Is it
kind of
COVID?
no.
Oh.
Well,
I'm
she'll
sorry
never
to
know
hear
I
that.
said it. It was
No,
colitis,
you don't need to go into
but it looked very, very bad.
Oh, yeah.
So she was hospitalized for a few days, and it all cleared up. She's
Well, I'm glad
fine
she's fine.
now, but you know, she wasn't going to come out of the hospital and then immediately go to Chicago to look at yarn.
Right.
So we missed it, but the photos I've seen from everyone in the industry seems like it was a great event. So I'm hoping next year
Mhm.
H&H in Chicago.
Well, it looks like it's that time for us to say goodbye for another week.
Yes.
And
Goodbye.
that's all
Thanks,
there is. It was
everybody.
wonderful to
Stay
see you all.
It's good to meet you,
Thanks, everyone.
Denise.
Thanks.
Nice
I'll
to
see
meet
you
you,
more
Ron.
later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.